Hello people, Kristen here, and
I am ZebraFury.
yes, and welcome to a brand new series that I've been actually came up with the idea about a week ago, and I was like, that would be a very fun thing to do. And today, we are doing a discussion, and each week we'll probably have a different topic. We might have guests on once in a while, who knows? So yes, today we are,
Yep,
what?
this is gonna be good.
Yeah. Okay, so today we're talking about Minecraft. So, we have written down 4 questions, and we're gonna discuss about them. Okay, question number 1. Will Minecraft 1.13 bring back the people who quit Minecraft? What do you think, Zebra?
Well, I believe that it all depends on why the people quit Minecraft.
Okay,
I also believe that it's some people might actually quit from 1.13, thinking that Minecraft is becoming more like a modded game.
yeah, and I can also see people quitting Minecraft for 1.13 because I don't know if you know about this, but all the commands got changed in 1.13. For example,
Yes,
for example, you can no longer do slash game mode 0, and instead you have to do slash game mode survival.
yes, that slightly bothers me, and I wish they would stay easier to do, but I could always just repeat the command and
Yeah.
learn it better.
I mean, you can still do it. You can do the slash game mode survival currently. So I think if we
Yes, plus,
plus what?
yes.
What were you going to say after plus?
I was saying, they've also added, if it's auto filling your command, you can also just click enter,
Yeah.
and it'll,
Okay, one thing that for 1.13 that I feel like some people are not going to like is how whenever you're typing in a command, like all the options will show up when you're typing it instead of doing slash tab. Do you know what I'm talking about?
true.
Yeah. So, do you, do you think there's going to be a lot less map creators when 1.13
I think
hits?
that there will be more map creators because there will be more possibilities and more things that they could do with it.
I feel like it's actually going to balance itself out. Because, like, all the old map creators are probably going to leave, while there's going to be a new surge of the new map creators. What do you
Fair
think
point.
about that? Okay, Zebra, do you want to move on to question number 2?
Okay, yes, I think that we should move on to question number.
Yeah, so just for question number 1, I just think it depends. So for number 2, do you think Minecraft 1.10, 1.11, and 1.12 were bland?
I do not believe that they were bland.
Okay, explain.
I do not believe that they were bland because, number one, was it 1.12 that added in all of the, what's it called? It was one of the updates that added in the Ender things.
The shulker boxes?
Yes.
That was 1.11.
Okay, yeah, so there's one factor that shows that it's not bland.
Yeah, but 1.12 recolored all the shulker boxes.
Yes, that was something that I was interested in and intrigued in 1.12.
Okay, so I actually believe they were kind of bland. Want to know why?
I can see where you're coming from there, yeah.
Because did you know that Minecraft 1.10 only had free snapshots?
It did.
Yeah, I feel like it could have easily have been combined with 1.9 because it didn't really add much, and I believe they didn't add it into 1.9 because there was actually a tweet. I forgot who tweeted it, but it said like from the time it took 1.9 to come out from the first snapshot was it like a year and a half. Anyways, or at least the development time, they said there would be 4 new versions, major versions, released within a year and a half. And of course, we only got 3 of them, being 1.10, 1.11, and 1.12. So I just feel like
Sure, every one of those numbers is a big update, but how much does it really add? Like you were saying.
yeah, I feel like 1.10 is probably the worst of the free updates.
Yeah,
And if you actually look at the name, it just seems like they just came up with something because they never knew what they were going to add to it, being the Frostburn update. Okay, so people,
true.
yeah, and it fixed 36 bugs.
Yes, and also I agree with that because if they say name one thing that happened in 1.10, 1.11, and 1.12, I'd struggle with 1.10 the most.
Yeah, so I'm pretty certain everyone remembered the bone block. Can you remember the bone block?
Yes, I remember the first time that I actually found one of the underground skeletons. It was crazy.
Oh, the fossils? I still have yet
Yes,
to find one. I have never found a fossil.
I think it's cool when you find them.
The most memorable thing about 1.10 for me is the magma blocks, which are getting a huge update in 1.13. So I only,
Yes, they are. You are correct.
yeah,
Am I correct? They can watch your last video, the new snapshot update.
yeah, yeah. So speaking of 1.10, want to know like one of the most confusing things about 1.10? So one of the most rushed things about 1.10, I have to say it's the never warp block.
I agree.
You can't even craft it back into never warps. Like, why? Why can't you craft it into never warps again?
Yeah, that's what bugs me. Cause like you can make it into a block, so why can't you unmake it?
Yeah. Okay, so 1.11 feels kinda samey to 1.10, but but I would say it's like an average update, being kind of bland. So all the mob eggs
Yeah.
except for the cat egg were re-added in 1.11 when they were removed in 1.10 pre-release 2.
Also, so I think that pretty much says that 10 and 11 were more bland, but 12 is still a bit bland.
Yeah. But one thing I have to say about 1.11, which kind of justifies it being a new update compared to 1.10, is the fact it fixed 287 issues. Can you believe how many were fixed in 1.11?
That is a lot.
I think that kind of justifies it to be its own update, but one thing that bugs me about 1.11 is the fact it's called the Exploration Update. And the reason why it bugs me is because they use a similar font to the Adventure Update, which was Minecraft 1.0. And I've never found woodland mansions ever in the wild in vanilla Minecraft. Have you?
Me either.
Yeah, they're so rare, and the mobs that the mobs being the illagers do so much damage.
I agree with that.
Okay, so speaking of 1.11, what do you think of the llamas?
The llamas are a very interesting feature, and I just wish that you could make them move instead of just sitting carpet on them.
I like the llamas, except for the fact you can't, like you said, control them without the carp. Well, you can't even control them with the carpets. You can just ride on them. So that,
Yeah, it'd be a bit better if maybe they'd make it like pigs, so you have like
yeah,
whatever on a stick or something to lure them and make them go forward.
yeah. Also, what like we said earlier, 1.11 was the update that introduced shulker boxes. What do you think of shulker boxes?
Yeah, the shulker boxes are interesting, and they're a very nice feature because they allow you to have a portable chest basically,
Yeah.
and that's become very useful.
Also, another feature in 1.11 that I thought was introduced in 1.9.4 was the fact that shields now block 100% damage compared to 66.6%. How do you feel about that?
They do. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah. How often do you even use a shield in Minecraft?
To be honest, never.
I mean, I always forget it's there, but whenever I remember it, I'll always have one.
Same here.
Okay, and 1.12, which was the most recent update. And I have to say, the image for 1.12, I'm probably going to show it in the video, is super clickbaity. I'm going to share it with you, so you have an idea. Like, that's not how Minecraft looks. It looks like Plasticville.
Yeah, that is not. That would take so long.
That looks like a resource pack that just went into the weird town.
It's like, I don't even know what to call it.
Okay, so one interesting fact about 1.12.
Yeah.
1.12 was the only major release version in 2017.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Now that I look at this image, I think I finally deciphered what it actually is.
oh, what do you think it actually is?
Well, I think it's an epileptic seizure waiting to happen.
Very wise words were spoken today. What did you say after I replied to your epileptic seizure? So, what do you think about 1.12?
So 1.12.
It added in advancements.
I don't really know a lot about 1.12 to be honest.
I'll send you the link. So yeah, 1.12, it added in advancements, parrots, and a brand new mob called the Illusioner.
Yes, and I also realized I was so happy to see the whole concrete thing, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna build so much with this. And then joined the world, and I was like, this is useless.
The problem with the concrete is that it's stupidly hard to get. Well, it's not hard.
Yeah, I searched for 2.5 hours and I couldn't find a single block.
Well, it's not hard to get. It's just annoying because you have to pour water on top of concrete powder.
You do?
Yeah, that's how you get it. You pour water
Oh.
on top of concrete powder. Okay, and I'm going to show you the concrete powder recipe.
Now I know why I didn't find it.
Yeah, look how you make that. Right off like one of the most annoying recipes to ever be added into Minecraft.
Yes, it is.
You need 4 gravel, 4 sand, and a dye.
You know that's annoying because I didn't even know that you could make.
Wow. And if you pour water on top of it, that's how you get concrete.
I had no idea.
So want to know another reason why 1.10 through 1.12 just feel kind of bland?
Why?
Have you noted that each of them have introduced a new mob, at least one new mob, and one new passive mob?
Yes, that's quite interesting because I feel like that's kind of like a trend with the Minecraft update.
Yeah. Ever since 1.6, except for 1.7, there's at least been one new passive mob and one new hostile mob.
What have been the hostile mobs in 1. Let's see. Do you know of any versions that not a lot of people really know about or recognize?
I think 1.5 was one of the smaller updates, but it's actually one of the bigger updates since it added in Nether Quartz to the Nether.
Yeah. Let's see. That's pretty much mostly what 1.12 is. It's a lot of new. How do I describe this with the correct wording? I need to think about this.
Okay.
It's just a lot of new blocks. Is basically what 1.12 is.
Yeah, and the new color palette, because everything's now like 25 to 30% brighter now. So
I just realized something.
What?
This is the hardest I've had to think in probably a month.
Oh.
I don't use my brain.
Okay. Want to know a feature I love about 1.12, since we're being so negative towards it?
Yes.
The new beds. You know how you can dye beds now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I heard for 1.10 through 1.12, a lot of technical changes were made for it to be easier for map makers. How do you feel about that?
The technical changes that made it difficult. Maker?
Yeah, they made it easier for map makers. 1.13 is going to make it more difficult in the short term, but easier in the long run.
Okay, so it's kind of like it's like giving something to somebody and then just ripping it out of their arms a couple minutes later.
Yeah, I kind of, I see where you're coming from, but I feel like 1.13 is going to be easier in the long term, just harder in the short term.
True.
Okay, so want to know? Okay, so let's move on to topic 3.
Okay, sounds good. Uno, dos, tres.
Okay, so this is another Minecraft discussion. Like, for example, mods, maps, etc. What do you
Ooh.
think about them?
Well, I certainly think there's a lot of great mods, and I think my favorite yet is probably Lucky Block Plank.
uh, um,
Just
uh,
because it's generally a great mod, and I would also love to meet the mod creator.
wow. Wow. Very wise words were spoken today. Very wise words. So where do you...
I mean, I can only speak the truth.
Nice. So how do you feel about modding?
I feel like modding is a really great experience for players to have something new to do with their time, and it's also a great way for you to find out like different things to do in Minecraft.
Okay. So what do you think about Minecraft maps?
I feel like the maps are very great because if even if you are just even if you aren't downloading the or sorry, if you are downloading the maps just to look at them and have fun in them and like build other things with them, you could always get inspiration even if you're going to play them.
Yeah, I feel like the maps are always going to be inspiring. And even if 1.
Yeah, but there's certain maps which are just weird.
Yeah, even if 1.13 does make a lot of the redstone Minecraft map community go away and bring in a new generation, I feel like there's still going to be a ton of creative type of maps that may not use as many command blocks, like people just building underwater aquariums.
Yes, I'm also working on an aquarium in the new snapshot right now.
Oh, nice. Okay, so what do you think about resource packs?
I feel like resource packs are a very great way to see Minecraft in different eyes, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, like,
it might give you, this sounds kind of weird, but it could still give you ideas for builds.
yeah, I know where you're coming from. I see modding, mapping, resource packs. I see Minecraft mods, mapping, resource packs, skins even, and many more. I see that all as kind of like art. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, because also someone had to design all of that,
Yeah.
and they might have gotten creativity for it from other resource packs too.
Or like maps or modding. Because it's like looking at a piece of art. You can interpret it in many, many ways.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, you can interpret art in many, many ways. You can just look you can even if you don't use mods, you can still get inspiration from mods to make maps. And that's the
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of like all circles around, like how you can make skins based off mods, you can make maps based off resource packs, you can make skins based off of resource packs. You can just make it circle around.
Yes, and I have a question for you
Oh,
considering this topic.
what is it?
What is your view on custom skins?
I like custom skins, but some people like abuse the custom skins, and I'm pretty certain you know what I'm talking about. And other people will like make these very strange skins. Like I was on a server a couple of weeks ago, I believe it was Hypixel. So there was a skin where it was a Patrick skin, and there were like it was a very derpy Patrick skin.
Whenever someone says the word derpy, I just start laughing.
Some skins are really cool, some are very weird, and others are just others.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I see what you mean there.
since you asked me a question, I'm going to ask you a question. What do you...
Hit me up. Go for it.
Okay, what are some mods you use besides Lucky Block Pink or the Lucky Block mod?
Well, I use Divine RPG.
Nice.
I use Tale of Kingdoms.
I've heard of that one.
And one of my other favorites is Too Many Items.
Too Many Items? Too Many Items was actually the very first Minecraft mod I ever installed.
Really?
Yes, I actually installed it in Minecraft version 1.3.1, and it took me a very long time since modding was very different than it is now. Because there was no there was Forge back then, it's just not a lot of mods used it and preferred Minecraft Hoder Pack, and eventually the two just merged.
Which version did you join Minecraft on?
1.2.3. How about you?
I joined on 1.3.
1.
Maybe a little bit earlier.
So about 1.3. So we're about the same time. Okay, so Zebra, want to move on to the next topic?
Yes, Matt?
Where do you think Minecraft will go from here?
Ooh, this is a really good question.
Yes, what do you think this future holds?
I believe that Minecraft will continue to add lots of new items and won't stop finding new creative ways to get new players.
I heard that Microsoft wants to make Minecraft 100-year game. A game that will last at least 100 years.
That would be cool.
What do you think Minecraft will be like in 100 years?
Ooh, what could Minecraft be like in 100 years? I feel like it could be pretty much anywhere. It could be like Tale of Kingdoms or Divine RPG, like the mods I was talking about.
Yeah. So, I feel like in 100 years, Minecraft is going to be very overpowered. Because if you notice, one thing with the recent updates is that if you notice, but Minecraft have been power creeping lately.
What do you mean by that?
Like, the Elytra is now the most powerful way to travel.
True.
And because of the new mending enchantment, which I think was introduced in 1.10, you can now have an infinite elytra or any other weapon now. So, what do you think of the power creep in Minecraft?
So, what do you mean by that?
Like, the elytra and how it's the most powerful way for transportation now, kind of making rails useless, sadly. And the mending enchantment, and how that allows you to have items that can last forever, and makes unbreaking kind of useless now.
True facts.
So what do you think of the power creep?
So, yes, Minecraft is probably going to continue to grow, but how much will the community grow?
Yeah.
As Minecraft does.
Yeah, and I feel like the power creep that it's going to have in 100 years is going to really turn away some new people.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the power creep?
How do I feel about it?
Yes.
Well, let's see. For one, they're starting to add new things.
Yes.
That are really starting to kind of nerf others.
Yeah, like the trident compared to the diamond sword.
Yeah, so if they're going to continue to add these new items, they're going to need some way of making the old items a bit better.
Yeah,
and maybe less bland.
And that's going to lead to and that's still going to make everything more powerful eventually.
Yeah, or maybe we'll get lucky here, and they'll nerf some of the newer items.
Yes, but if they nerf it, people might get mad that it's being nerfed.
True, but if they actually are true Minecraft fans and understand things, like the power surge, like you were saying, then they might understand why it's being nerfed to balance it out.
Yeah, but Zebra, the thing is, you can only miss something you've had. If you never had it, then you can't miss it.
True. So those are words to live by.
Yes, I actually watched a video about that.
Let's see.
So, in 100 years, how many types of trees do you think will be in Minecraft?
Well, it depends. How many types of trees have we not discovered on Earth?
True. Right now in Minecraft, there's currently 6 kinds of wood. Would you like to see any more types?
True. I would like to see more types. I'd like to see redwood trees.
I feel like everyone wants to see redwood trees.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. Like some giant redwoods in mountains.
Yeah. So, do you think every Minecraft update from now on, or who knows how long, is going to add in one new passive mob and one new hostile mob?
I hope so.
What do you think 1.14 will have for a new passive mob?
Well, there's really no way of telling what it could be, but I'm hoping that they add snails to Minecraft.
You want to see snails? Why?
Yes. Well, I don't know why.
Oh.
I'd love to see how they come up with the Minecraft dynamics for snails.
I feel like the way Minecraft would add snails is that it would start out like a passive mob, and then if you leave it alone, it'll get bigger and turn into a hostile mob.
That would be really cool.
Okay, and I'm gonna ask the same question except for hostile mob. What do you think the next hostile mob will be?
Ooh, I'd really like to see angry protesters.
Zebra? What do you think a new actual mob will be for 1.14?
New actual hostile mob.
And you can't say angry protesters.
Protesters. I have no idea how I came up with that, but I feel like a good new hostile mob would be maybe there could be bosses, and you can find certain like key points to spawn them.
Okay, so what new boss would you want to add in?
I would love to see like a maybe. Give me about 5 seconds to think of a mob.
Okay.
I'd say maybe I'd like to see some kind of sea creature that could fight you. Because right now there's really nothing in the sea that would harm you.
Zebra?
Yes.
They added one in the last snapshot.
What about the snapshot?
They added a new creature from the sea that fights you.
Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, the drowned.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd like to see something more than.
You want to see more than drowned?
Yes, because the drowned to me just seems like an underwater zombie.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yep. That sums up the drowned. Underwater zombie that bites you and doesn't like you.
Yeah. So what do you think? What? You go.
I'd like to see some skeletons.
Skeletons? Like new variations?
Yeah, no, I mean like ones that don't kill you.
Oh, like
But ones that aren't living. Like maybe you could find them in the boats underwater.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool to have. Like sailors that died.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a really cool idea for Minecraft.
So what do you think 1.14 will be all about?
I would really like to see 1.14 to be a sky update.
Oh.
Like maybe some new flying creatures.
The Phantom's brand new.
Yes, but I mean I mean like islands and things like that. How many times do you see a floating island in Minecraft?
Not very often. They used to be a lot more common before 1.7.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they were common again, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I have some old worlds, and they are filled with them.
Do you think Minecraft will eventually allow clouds to be walkable on?
Maybe there would be an enchantment with your boots that would allow you to walk on them.
So like a cloud walker enchantment?
Yeah, like a skywalker or a cloud walker.
So, what do you think people will do with a skywalker enchantment?
It would be really, really, very great for parkour and maybe PvP.
Yeah. Do you think clouds should just become blocks instead of being there?
I feel like maybe it should still move though, if it is, in my opinion.
Do you think there should be a way, if that became a thing, for the clouds to be able to not move so they can build on it?
Maybe if you place like a certain block.
Yeah, like
kind of that would just stop that cloud and the clouds from hitting it.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Okay, so since we're on to the topic about where Minecraft will go from here, what do you think they're gonna remove?
I think they'll probably add a lot of new blocks and things like that.
So what do you think they're gonna remove?
What's the most useless block? I feel like, to be honest, they might not remove too much other than some of the current dynamics. Because some of the dynamics are a bit wacky.
Like what? And you can't say water. Like, what would you see removed?
For one, I think that there might be, like, some of the ways that the mobs act. I've found multiple hostile mobs that should be attacking me, but instead they'll just stand there
Oh.
and just wander aimlessly into nowhere.
Okay, so speaking of things about where Minecraft will go from here, do you think they'll re-add all the unused mobs? And I'll show you the Minecraft wiki for context.
Unused mobs, let's see.
Currently, the unused mobs are the giant, the illusioner, the killer bunny, and the zombie horse.
Okay, so let's see. So, the giant, I feel like they could probably have some kind of massive layers or whatever underground with the giant. Would be something cool that I would like.
Oh, yeah, I think that would
Number
be...
two, I'd like it. I think it would be pretty cool if you could sometimes just zombies. Like maybe if there was some way to turn horses into zombie horses.
Yeah, kind of
That might be cool if it,
like, maybe if, like, you killed a horse, there was a certain chance of it turning into a zombie horse.
yeah, that would be cool. Also, the killer bunny, I feel like that used to be in use.
Yeah, the killer bunny, until I believe 1.8.2, could spawn naturally, but they removed it because, well, they didn't remove it. They just made it unused because it was a random event, and Jeb didn't want random event. Do you think so? You know about this?
Okay.
You know about the skeleton trap, right?
Skeleton trap?
It's where lightning strikes a horse, and then like 4 skeleton horses and 4 skeletons spawn.
Okay, yeah, that happens to me like it bothers me so much.
Do you think they'll do something like that for the killer bunny or zombie horse?
That would be cool.
And I believe
That would be nice.
they're gonna add in the illusioner to the woodland mansion sometimes. The reason why they're not added in yet is because it's not finalized yet.
I don't like the illusioner.
Too overpowered or just annoying?
Yes, I do. I think it's very overpowered.
Yeah.
I think that they're too hard to beat.
Oh. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. They just have a different fighting style. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Not generally. But a follow-up to the illusioner, I've tried fighting them, and when I tried to fight them, it seemed like it was almost impossible to even get one hit on him.
Ouch. They also haven't done much with the illusioner since they added the illusioner in 1.12.
Yeah, like, they added it, and then they kind of just, like, forgot about it, almost.
That is too real. They probably did. Or probably like...
What if they actually did, and it's like... You go to Minecraft headquarters and start talking about the illusioner, and they forget it even existed.
And they're like... And then they just do like a huge facepalm being like, oh, I forgot about that.
It's like you ask Jeb what he's gonna do with Minecraft next, and you ask what Minecraft is.
Ah, that is great.
It's too great. I should never laugh at your own joke.
So, yes.
Well, I think that pretty much sums up that argument, too. Unless you have anything else to follow with.
I mean, do you think we're done for this discussion?
I think so.
Yep. Okay, and we are currently done with discussion number 1. I'm going to call this a pilot episode. Please let us know how we can improve and what we should do with this series. And join us next time. So, Zebra, I don't know if you know the topic, but our next topic is general gaming.
Ooh.
And you're going to be really good at this one, since I know you play games besides Minecraft.
I do. I play too many games.
Yep. And join us next time when we talk about general gaming, and see you people later. Bye!